All right, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of What's on the Wall. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, welcome back to What's on the Wall. My name's Joe. You're watching the Joe Wentz Project TV right here on YouTube. This series could probably run, a few episodes because we got a few guitars, so it's really cool. All right, so first up, we want to go to this lovely guitar right here. Oh yeah, if you're subscribed to this channel, you are familiar with this guitar right here. This is the guitar that my buddy the German butcher Ralph named Purple Rain, and you can see my X5 wireless unit in there. So I was playing this guitar a little while ago. So if you're not familiar with this guitar, if you go back on my channel a little ways, you'll see where we did a trip to Guitar Center, the German butcher and myself, and the name of that video is What Happened at Guitar Center, and it's a great video. So we went there and I played quite a few guitars, maybe a handful, and when I played this one, it just stuck, man. It feels really good. It still feels really amazing. The top on it is incredible. I mean, that color is just amazing. It's got the shark fin inlays, if you will. The cool Jackson font on there with the angled headstock. And one thing about Jackson Jackson headstocks, they don't have a string retainer. And because the headstock is slanted. So with that slant being present, it doesn't need a string retainer. Kind of wild. Very smart over there at Jackson Guitars. I've always loved Jacksons. So yeah, this is a wonderful guitar. This cost me with tax and everything right around $400. So it's a mid-tier guitar. You know, it's not a high tier. I don't mess with those too much because it's a guitar, man. You know, at the end of the day, you want to play it, and tune it, and it's going to have its share of going out of tune, just like an expensive guitar. They all going to have the same relative issues, Yeah, some components are going to be better than others, but still, better pickups and all that. Okay, these pickups aren't that bad, but they're not bottom of the barrel either. So, to me, it all comes down to what feels good in your hands. But it's, also it's your money. You can do what you want. But I fell in love with this guitar when I seen it. The first thing I look at is color. That's the first thing that grabs my attention, and then I go from there. The weight, the way that how the neck feels in my hand. Everything else, and of course it has the Jackson branded Floyd. It's okay, it's not bad. It's holding up pretty good. Had it for a couple of months or so now. It's doing all right. But got a Joe Satriani strap on here. Again, it's got the strap lock built in to these types of straps here. You just slip it on there and pull the lever over. There you go. And yeah, I always keep the back plates off because it always seems I have to adjust these screws back here in the back cavity, especially when you get new strings on. Sometimes you got to adjust those once in a while. But, all right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, you can see we have a reoccurring theme here with the color. This is my PRS SC Custom. This is the only PRS that I own. When I got this guitar, it was the first time I ever held a PRS in my hand. I never had played one. I put those springs on. We'll get to that in a minute. And it feels great. It feels wonderful. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Sweetwater's Gear Exchange. That's where I found this guitar. I was just going through there one night. At the time, Sweetwater's Gear Exchange was fairly new. This is a 2005 model. Wow, okay, nice. It was upgraded with Seymour Duncan and Pearly Gate humbuckers on there, which isn't that a Billy Gibbons thing? Could be wrong, maybe not, maybe that's just the way it is. It's got the speed knobs. I never was crazy about the big speed knobs, but on the PRS, I think they look great. I don't like them like on the Epiphone or Les Paul style guitars. I think they look tacky, but for some reason on this style guitar, I think it looks good. So Sweetwater's Gear Exchange. So I was on there and I was scrolling through to see what they had, and some of the things, you know, it's just like anything else. You got to cycle through it, man, because some people have some kind of crummy stuff, and some people have some nice things. And I came across this. Again, the first thing that caught my attention was the color. I was like, look at that top, man. I was like, oh my God. So I don't know about y'all, but when that bug bites me, man, when I tried to say, nah, man, you don't need another guitar. Who the hell am I kidding? I'm a musician. I'm a guitar player. I'm always going to want guitars and gear. So you try to fight it, you can't. You know, I can't. So made the guy an offer. I got it for a really good price, actually, and he accepted. When I received this guitar, it was in horrible shape. The neck that's glued in here, there's no bolt-on neck. I like that. That's pretty cool. With these springs, I put these springs on. I got these from Echoplex, because the springs that were in the back, he had like, I don't know, 4 or 5 springs back here, and they were all straight. And man, you couldn't even move the Floyd, even if you had a 200 pounds of pressure on there. It wouldn't move. You know, it was ridiculous, and it wasn't set up. So whoever had this guitar must have never really played it. They didn't really understand much about it, and it had the Floyd that came with it. Well, it said Floyd Rose on it, man, but it was junk. It was junk. So I took that old Floyd off, put me a Godo 1996 on there, and the springs that were on here were just nasty and old. I chunked those and put these low friction springs from Echoplex. Got that on there and got it set up, and it plays like a dream. I played this guitar last night, as a matter of fact. Stainless steel locking screws, of course. This guitar is amazing. I mean, it's amazing the difference that it was when I replaced the Godo, or replaced the old Floyd with the Godo. And it's a great guitar, man. And I can see why people love PRS guitars so much. The neck, it's nice and thin. It's a little wide this way for me, but I can deal with it. But it's nice. And one thing I didn't know, I gotta give Philip McKnight credit. He says when you look at a PRS and you see the bird inlays, and if it's a 24 fret, when you get to this inlay, it's in the silhouette of an owl. I didn't know that. I didn't know that till when I watched one of his replays of his live shows the other week. I didn't ever know that. Pretty wild. But yeah, this is a wonderful guitar. It's not real heavy. Stays in tune. Like I said, it just needed to be set up, and the Floyd that was on it was, I don't know what. I threw it away. It was just, I don't know, man. It was horrible. But she's in good playing condition now. So we just upgraded this thing and made it a little bit more valuable too. But I'm not looking to sell it. It's too beautiful of a guitar, man. It's made to be played. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this beautiful Ibanez. I want to say this is I want to say that when I bought this, it said it was a chlorine burst. It's kind of a flat finish, as you can see. It's not, it doesn't have a coat on it at all. Very light, plays very good. It took me a while to get this thing set up when I got it home from Guitar Center. This is a 2018 Ibanez. So it's a RG. What does that say right here? RG series, yeah. So again, these guitars, well, the Jacksons have the tilted headstock. This does here a little bit as well. So it stays in tune pretty good, man. It does all right. Now, the story with this guitar, if you go back on my channel and go to a video that's titled, "Is it worth trading at Guitar Center?" That's when I got this guitar. I traded a 50s Road Worn Telly, traded in for this guitar. This is the guitar that I saw hanging on the wall a day or two before. And I, it was just hanging there. I said, God, mighty, that looks good. Now, I've seen the Dragon Eye burst ones, and those are nice, but I never seen the blue ones. And the blue ones, it just catches my eye. You know, I like how it's dark and it kind of goes to a lighter shade right there when you get into the middle. Looks really good. It's got the Ibanez branded Floyd on it. Very nice. But yeah, I traded my road worn telly for this. That road worn telly I had for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 years, and I bought it brand new from American Musical Supply. It was a $1,000 guitar. I took it to Guitar Center to trade it in for this, and I'll let you think about it for a minute. See if you can guess how much they gave me on that trade. Let's go to the next guitar. This is a badass guitar, by the way. Okay, here we are. Look at this right here. This is a Joe Satriani JS100. These are my favorite models from the Joe Satriani line. The ones he has now, I particularly just don't care for. I always love these models because it's got the double humbuckers and it's got 22 frets, not 24. Japanese branded Goto Floyd, the gold. I put that on. It just pops really nice. I think it looks really good. Got the nice block in the back. Of course, I take the back covers off. How many JS100s do I have? Probably about 4, maybe, something like that. I know I gave my son one. Actually, I traded him for that Marshall cabinet over there. I don't know if you can see it in the frame, but I think I have 2 or 3 more of these JS100s, but they're one's the candy apple red. I put a gold Floyd, and we'll see that on another episode. I don't want to give it away now, but I do have more of these. This guitar, I love these body styles. I just love the way it feels. I love the way it, the neck, man, it feels so good. It's such a wonderful guitar. Now with this, I did put the strap locks on here. A buddy of mine was telling me about them, and man, they were aggravating to get on there. And so I only have these strap locks on a couple of guitars, and like I said, if you take this off, it's only going to work with another guitar that's set up for these. With those other ones, like I have on the other 3, you don't have to worry about no hardware. You can just take them right off, put them on another guitar. But anyway, I digress. This guitar, I got it from Reverb. Got it from Reverb. I was looking for a white one for the longest time, and I couldn't find one. Let me hang this up. My back's starting to hurt holding these things. You have to understand, I've been in here playing guitar for about an hour and a half, so my back can only take so much of the weight. But yeah, the JS100 here, I got it from Reverb from a fella. It was in great shape. He had excellent reviews on his seller page, and so I got it, and took the old trim system off. I got it back in the warehouse somewhere. I don't think I got rid of that one, and replaced it with the Goto, and stays in tune, and it plays fantastic. I love this guitar. And so if you had to go in price, if you're looking at these right now and you're like, okay, what are you looking at as far as price? So I'd say this one would be, because it wasn't that cheap, because these things are hard to find now. And you can find them, but it's hard to find them in great shape. You know, that was a decent price. And then it would go to the PRS, and then it would go to the Ibanez chlorine burst, and then finally to Purple Rain. That would be from high to low. That's how that would go. But these guitars are great, man. I played these 2 today and yesterday. I haven't played these yet. I need to get these and give them a go for a while and play them. And of course, I'm sure they need to be tuned a little bit. Probably out. They've been in the case for a long time. But these are wonderful guitars, and they're fun to play, man. It's guitars. How can you not love that? You know, only another guitarist would understand that. You know, your ordinary everyday people, they don't get it. They think, what is wrong with you, man? Are you crazy? So that does it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man. And we look forward to seeing you on the next one. I'll look for you in the comments. Thank you very much. Until then, take care and stay cool on your stool. Keep rocking.